All right. I know my audio cut off yesterday, so I'm going to try it again and see if I can work a couple more examples for you guys today. Maybe get you some better notes to go with that. So I'm going to work two examples today. One's going to be nice and easy. The other's going to be a little more in depth and use all of the steps. The first one is x plus 5 equals 3x minus 1. X plus 5 equals 3x minus 1. So, step 1 is to distribute. Step 1 is distribute. Now, distributing requires parentheses. When you do it, you're multiplying. And here, obviously, we don't have any parentheses, so we move on to step 2. Step 2 is to combine like terms. Not a little too many humps on my M there. Combine like terms. Now, like terms are going to all have to be on the same side of the equal sign. On the same side of the equal sign. So I've got a variable and a constant, a variable and a constant. Notice I don't have anything that's the same on the same side of the equal sign, so I don't have any need to combine like terms. That would be if you had like a 2x plus x plus 5, or a 3x minus 1 plus 2, or something like that going on. Then you would have to combine your like terms. Step 3 is to get your variables together. Get your variables together. Okay, take a second here and talk about what our ultimate goal is. Our goal is to get what 1x, where 1x equals a number, or where a number equals 1x. Okay, those are our goals. Now notice it's all variables, x is on one side and all numbers on the other. There's no mismatch in there, which means we got to get all of our variables together on one side and all of our numbers together on the other. And this is where we're going to start doing that. Now, nothing can just change size. We can't just move this x over here. Okay, you have to make it equal 0, because when it equals 0, it's effectively gone away. Does not matter where you start with these. This is where y'all are going to have the most problems, is you're not going to realize that you can start with just anything. Okay, any of these will get you the right answer. You can subtract 5, you can subtract 3. However, the easiest way, and the way that I will teach you, is to subtract your smallest variable. Reason being, it makes sure that everything that can stay positive does stay positive. So when you subtract x there, you subtract x here. Notice we keep all of our variables together, our constants together, and even on the other side, when I'm subtracting an x, I subtract an x from an x. Very important that you don't go subtracting x's from your constants there. That will get you all kinds of messed up and wrong answers. Okay, a positive x minus x gives you a 0. Those will cancel out, gives us a 0 pair. We just bring down that 5. 3x minus x is 2x minus 1. Just bring that on down. Okay, so we're done with that step. Step 4 is to get your variables alone. Your variables alone. So we're going to take our x here and we're going to get rid of that buddy right there. The way we get rid of a negative 1 is making a 0 pair. So we have to add 1, do the opposite. Mark that out, it's a 0 pair, you're left with 6 equals 2x. And then lastly, step 5 is to divide by our coefficient. Divide by our coefficient. You divide by 2, you divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3 equals x. Now, the reason that we divide by that coefficient there is because we're wanting, again, what 1x is equal to. 2 divided by 2 is 1, gives us the value of 1x. Doesn't matter if you have 0.5x, then you divide by 0.5. You have 700x, you divide by 700. Because 0.5 divided by 0.5, 1. 700 divided by 700, 1. Okay, you always get that 1x that you're looking for. So make sure you always divide by whatever your coefficient is exactly. All right, so now let's look at example 2. It's 3x minus 2 equals 5x plus 3 plus x. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line down through there. Seems to help y'all out. Okay, number 1 is to distribute. Notice this time I do have parentheses, so I do need to distribute. The way I distribute is I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to apply it to both of those. What this 3 is telling me is that I've got 3 groups of this right here. 3 groups of x minus 2. So I've got x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. Okay, 3 x's, 3 times 1x gives me 3x, which is what I have right here. Oops, right here, 3x. And then 3 times a negative 2 gives me negative 6. That negative is very important. Make sure you don't lose that. Equals, and we just bring things down. And we move on to the next step. That's our distribution. A 2 is to combine like terms. Combine like terms. So I've got a variable, a constant, a variable, a constant, a variable. Those are my like terms right there. That's what like terms would look like. Okay, we're not touching anything on this side, so just bring it on down. Now, 5x plus x gives us 6 total x's, and then we bring that 3 on down. So now we've combined our like terms. 3 is to get your variables together. So I'm going to take my small variable and get rid of it. Bring down my negative 6. 6x minus 3x leaves me 3x's, and bring down my 3. Step 4 is to get your variables alone. Okay, so then to do this, I'm going to take my variable and whatever it's with, I'm going to subtract that to, again, get me a 0 pair there. Okay, same thing I did here. Got a 0 pair. Cancel those out, and then just bring stuff down. Got a 3x. And then right here, when I have like signs, you got to remember your rules. Like signs you add, but you keep the sign of the numbers. 3 plus 6 is 9. And then lastly, step 5 is to divide. Okay, you divide by your coefficient. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3 equals x. Another way you can remember to divide right there is, notice all the way through here, to undo something, what we're doing is we're doing the opposite of whatever was done. Right here, when you've got things smashed together like that, that's multiplication. To undo that, you divide. Okay, I hope this helped cleared up any questions that you had. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me and ask those on email, Google Classroom, whatever works best for you. Good luck on that worksheet today, and if you have any problems or questions with that, just let me know. You guys have a great